So welcome again. I hope everybody's well. And so we're going to continue today and go through our regular pattern of doing some warm-up exercises, mostly Qigong exercises. And let me pin myself here. All right. And then we're going to learn a new move today, which is called play the lute. We didn't learn play the lute last time, right? I think we did brush knee. So I'm assuming we did brush knee and we're going to learn play the lute, according to my notes. And there's quite a few applications that to play the lute that I will show, although this course is not about applications. But knowing the applications gives you a kind of feel for the movement. So when you do the movement, you have a kind of feeling of what it's about. So we're not thinking martial, but we're thinking intent. So everything, all these moves have a certain intent. In Chinese, I think it's called yi, which also it's synonymous for mind, which is interesting, like mind intent. So we're going to go over some applications, and in this particular move called play the lute, most people aren't aware of the applications. It's kind of a mystery to most people because it's just such a simple thing. It looks like this. Okay, well, enough about that. So let's get started with that introduction. Can everybody hear me? If you can't hear me, let me know. Here's somebody else. Great. All right. So let's take a big opening breath. I'm going to move back. So we're going to sit relaxed. Get into our Tai Chi posture. We want to sit up straight, raising the crown. They say if you raise the crown, you raise the spirit. And to help with that, it helps to tuck the chin in a little bit. Relax your shoulders and drop your shoulders and roll them forward a little bit. So we want to keep our shoulders down. Just put your hands on either your lap or down below, dangling. And try to sit up straight. And take a few deep breaths. So now we're just going to do an opening breath where we imagine that we are pulling energy up as we take a deep breath in from the earth and bringing it up to the heavens, and then bringing the energy down from the heavens as we exhale slowly to the dantian, which is this area. The dantian is an area here 2 or 3 inches below the belly button and about 3 or 4 inches in toward the spine. And that's kind of an energy, it's an important energy center because it happens to be coincide with the center of gravity of the human body. So if you take the human body and put it on a fulcrum, it would be balanced at that point. And it's the same for everybody, because if you're tall, your hands and your torso is longer and your feet are longer. If you're short, they both decrease by the same amount generally. So we're going to bring that energy. Imagine it's an imaginative thing to bring the energy down and collect it down there. And so now we're going to use it in the Tai Chi for doing various things. So that's what that's all about. Let's try it one more time. Up, deep breath in, roll it over. Exhale and bring it down. Okay, so now gently raising the hands up, relaxing the fingers, pulling the hands in, palms facing in, pushing out, extending all the way. And now open your hands up and arc all the way back, touching your shoulder blades together. Big inhale on this. And then exhale, slowly push with your arms straight out. Push, 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 until you're holding a big ball in front of you with your arms straight outstretched. And now bring your palms in, fold your hands in, bringing into the chest. Inhaling. Turn the palms out, push out slowly all the way out, extending, exhaling. Open up, inhale. And just continue. Push, pull, push out, open, push to the center, pull to the chest, inhale, turn the hands out, push out, exhale, open, inhale, and push to the close, to the front, exhale, and turn the hands palm down and bring them slowly down to your knees. Take a nice deep opening breath, up, over, and down. And just sit and relax. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Do a body check. Is your crown suspended? Or are you sitting up straight? Is your chin tucked in? Are your shoulders relaxed and drawn forward? Are your feet relaxed? Can you feel the connection to the ground in Tai Chi? Everything is from the ground up. Okay, good. So let's start our exercises. I like to do these finger exercises. Let's just open and close, open and close. And let's add another dimension to it. As we do this, let's roll the shoulders forward. Squeeze. Open your hands, splay your hands open, close them rapidly. Roll your shoulders up and around and down. And now keep the fingers going, but roll the shoulders back and up. Just keep going. Good. Relax, palms down to the knees, come up, opening breath, up and over and down. Deep breath in and exhale. Okay, now let's start out. We often start out our Tai Chi exercises holding this, well, I call it an energy ball. And let's play around with this ball a little bit. This is our energy ball. We're going to feel something going on between these hands. We want to feel this is an exercise to develop sensitivity, meaning that we can be aware of feelings in all parts of our body at the same time, being aware, being present about our body. All right. So let's imagine we feel a connection between the palms, a kind of heaviness, a kind of energy, like a spring going on between the palms. If you just relax, you'll feel it. You'll feel like heat sometimes. And then let your palms open as you breathe in. And imagine you're pulling out against a resistance toward the walls. And now push your ball in and breathe out. And imagine you're pressing against a force. So now relax the ball slowly. Inhale out about to the shoulders and press in slowly, exhaling, feeling that compression. And let's keep going out slowly and in, push, and out slowly and in, push. And now let's take this ball and roll it over 45 degrees. So one hand's now at the top and one hand's at the bottom. It's totally symmetrical, like the yin-yang sign, isn't it? I hope everyone's familiar with the yin-yang sign. The bottom palm is up, the top palm is down around my forehead, and the lower palm is down near the dantian. Nice big energy ball. And now we're going to roll it over 90 degrees, and then another 90 degrees to 180 degrees. The other hand on top and the other hand over. Again, feeling the force between the hands. And keep going, keep rotating slowly. And breathe naturally. Notice the symmetry. When one hand reaches the apex, the top, the other hand reaches the bottom at exactly the same time. The symmetry in movement, time and space. When we do our Tai Chi movements, apply this principle that we're practicing, which is when we push out in 2 dimensions, for example, with brush knee, which we did last week, one hand is going out in a horizontal plane, the other is going out in the sagittal plane, and they reach their endpoints at the same time, just like what we're doing here. That gives a sense of flow and symmetry and smoothness to the movements. Just keep going. All right. And then come back to holding the ball on the sides, and let's push it in and let it come out. And then breathe out slowly. Turn your hands down to your lap. Okay, and just rest a bit. Sometimes when I do these exercises, I like to kind of check mentally, like, you know, how did it feel? Was I holding tension? How did I feel before? How do I feel after? What's going on in my hands? Right now I'm feeling some tingling sensation, which is good. That means the blood is flowing. The energy is flowing. A lot of people have talk about, there's this huge literature on what is chi? You know, they call it energy. Well, what is it? You know, can you really put your hands around it? Can you define it? Well, I think from a Western point of view, chi is oxygen. That's where the energy, you get the energy from, is you burn oxygen. And so to me, it's getting that oxygen into your body and getting it to the right places so you can use it purposely. Okay, so let's go back, holding the ball. Now we're into our Qi Gong, and we're gonna hold the ball up front in front of our chest, and we're gonna rotate the one hand, the right hand, out to the side, just about a few inches from the ear. And we'll rotate the other hand down, palm down, and block to the back, to the side. Now rotate both palms back to center, holding the ball, and now twist the hands the other way. One hand, palm striking down, in this case, right hand striking down to the back. My arm is straight, and then turn the other hand out, rotate it out 45 degrees to the left, and turn and look at that palm like you're looking at a face mirror, like you're holding a mirror and looking at the mirror and say, wow, look how handsome you are, or look how beautiful you are, or whatever you want to do. All right. And you can come back, holding the ball, rotate and turn and look. And come back. And as we rotate, turn, look, and swat down, we breathe in. And as we relax to the center ball, we breathe out. And keep going to the other way. Breathe in. Come back, breathe out. Turn as far as you feel comfortable, as far as you can, without feeling discomfort. This concept of feeling forces as you're moving in 3 dimension all around you reminds me of an exercise I did with Roma. Everyone know Roma. She happens to be here. I see her in a black dress. And we did Tai Chi in her swimming pool once. I was giving her private lessons. And so if you get in a swimming pool and do these movements, you'll all of a sudden go, wow, I always see what he means. I can feel resistance all around my body. Wherever I move my body, I feel resistance. But the resistance isn't enough to impede the movement. In fact, it helps because it allows me to slow down and really feel what's going on, because it forces me to be aware of moving through a resistance to get to where I want to be. So I encourage everyone to try this in the bathtub, or even better, in a swimming pool or hot tub. Keep going. All right, come back to center now with this, and open and close. Let's end that way. And now one hand rotates up, palm up. It's like you're holding a platter, push up all the way. And the other hand at the same time rotates down and presses down with the palm down. So it's like an S shape. You're going to push down and push up as hard as you can, and then slowly come back to the bowl. Now the other way. Push and pull. Breathing in. Relax, breathing out, come to center, and just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Push and pull. You want to stretch your tendons. That's what this is all about. Stretching the tendons. They are a tissue that connects the bone to the muscle, and we want to make those tendons supple. Okay, good. Come back to center. And now relax if you like. Anytime you want, just relax, okay? If you get tired. Okay, holding the ball again. This time, let's take the ball and rotate it like we did in that exercise, a couple of exercises ago. And let's turn to one side and try to rotate around your waist and turn as far as you can. So you're holding the ball on one side, and you're turning and you're looking at it. Again, the upper hand is up near your forehead, and the lower hand is down, really almost touching your lap. And now come to center, rotating it back to the ball, holding it on each side, and then rotate to the other side. So you're rotating the ball 180 degrees from one side to the other. And just keep going slowly, breathing in as you stretch to the side, and breathing out as you relax, coming forward. Try to move around your waist without disrupting your posture. So think of your spine as like a pole, and these balls are rotating around the spine, around the core. Leaning is not what you want to do, because if you lean, you're going to put pressure on your spine. It may be easier to lean, but it's not what we want to do. We want to strengthen the muscles, and doing these exercises, and we want to strengthen the muscles and the tendons, and stretch the tendons. One more to one side or the other. All right, come back holding the ball. Now let's just open and close and push and come back and relax. Okay, now the next one is that it seems to be that to me that people have problems. Some people have problems with this one. But I'm going to teach you, when I teach this to you, we've done this every session. If you have problems with it, I figured out a way to make it work. And this is what it looks like. We're holding the ball. I'm going to now push to one side in front with one hand across my chest. As I turn, the other palm facing out, and pull my elbow back and push, so that I'm pushing with, now both fingers are pointing forward, and it's like I'm pushing out against a flat surface, like a side of a barn or something. All right. And as we come back, we rotate back to holding the ball, and then rotate in the other direction. The hand that was back now pushes forward to the other side in front, and the backhand turns, palm turns out, and the elbow pushes back. So both fingers are pointing forward, pushing against a flat surface. Now, let's go back to holding a ball. So if you have trouble with this, let's imagine that we're sitting here and there's a bumblebee on the left side in front, way in front, about a yard forward, in front of the shoulder on the left. And let's say there's a bumblebee right at my shoulder on the left side. So one bumblebee they're both at the shoulder line. One is way forward and the other one is back near the shoulder. I'm holding the ball. I'm going to twist my left hand around and jut my elbow back and swat that bumblebee that's close to me on the left side. And I'm going to take that right palm and push it out forward to swat that bumblebee on the left side. So I'm in this position now where my fingers are both pointing forward and my palms are flat, facing out to the left in this case. Now the bees decide, well, I'm getting out of there, and they go to the other side, one in the front, one in the back, a shoulder level. I'm twisting around and then swatting back with my right hand palm and swatting forward with my left palm. Now I'm this way. And now let's turn and twist both palms around and get those bees on the other side. My hands are about 2 feet apart. And just keep twisting and turning. Again, the rule is as you stretch, as you twist and stretch and turn at the waist, you breathe in. As you come back to center, you breathe out. With every cycle, you're taking 2 breaths. Nice and slow. 1. Turn and push. 2. Turn and push. 3. Your elbow should be jutted straight back. Make sure the hands end up swatting those bees at the same time. Make sure that the moves are totally symmetrical. So one side is a mirror image of the other side. Sit up straight. All right. And now come back to center, open and close, and relax a little bit. While you're just relaxing, you close your eyes a little bit. I'm just going to check the time. This is a nice meditation. It's actually from the Wudang province where Tai Chi originated. And a friend of mine, Master Marilyn Cooper, Grandmaster Marilyn Cooper taught it to me. And it's very simple. We sit with our hands on our, we sit up straight we try to, if we can, at the front of the chair, what is it called? The front of the chair anyway. Sit up straight, we put our hands on our laps or on our knees. And then we get in a Tai Chi posture once again, relaxing the shoulders, you know the drill, raising the crown, tuck the chin in, and you just sit. And you look out and you try to look past the wall. You look into infinity, if you can, into the distance. Or you can close your eyes and just breathe. And if you do this for a while, you start to feel heat. You start to feel some tingling and some heat going on from your toes. And at least I can feel it from the toes all the way up. And then that tingling turns into a feeling of warmth. And let's just do it. And then you guys can give me some feedback. And the feeling may be different for everybody. And it may take longer for some people, which is good. Okay. So another thing you can do is touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth and breathe through your nose. And there's a pressure point there. Okay. Now let's get into this position. So we are going to make a fist, 2 fists. Bring your elbows straight back, bring your fist to your waist with the palms facing, with the heart of the fist, which is fingers facing up, sorry. So this is called the heart of the fist, the opening there when you make a fist. Sitting up straight again, what we're gonna do is punch out, and the punch is gonna be a slow, complete, full, straight punch and rotating so that the knuckles rotate around 180 degrees. So when the arm is fully extended, the part of the fist is pointing down now. All right, the knuckles out straight. Now bring it back. And at the same time, kick out slowly, raise and kick out slowly with the other foot. So here we go. 1 and kick. 2 and kick. So just kick out as far as you can to your comfort level. So and inhale as we kick and punch, and exhale as we come back, bringing both the foot and the fist back to its starting position. 2, 3. Now keep going. 4, 5, 6, 7. Now there are 2 ways to kick in Tai Chi. I'm going to bring this up. One is called a toe kick. Toe kick looks like this. With the foot flat, the toe kick. The other kick is a heel kick where you bring the leg up, the knee straight up, like you're going to hop. And then you extend your leg and you kick out with the heel. And when you do this exercise, you have your choice. You can do either one. All right, I'm going to start doing the heel kick now because that's just what I feel like doing. The toe kick is you just raise your leg without bending your knee, basically, and with your foot flat, with the toe extended. And I'll do a couple of toe kicks. They're both really good for the legs. And I like doing this in the sitting position, actually, because you can get more range sitting than if you're standing, because you don't have to deal with balance issues. All right, so it allows you to focus and emphasize working the legs. And let's go down to the toes, and then we're done with it. with this part of it. And we put our toe down, we lift our heel, and we rotate the heel around using the toe as a fulcrum, back and forth. And then put the foot down, we go back and forth sideways. From one side of the foot to the other, flexing the ankle. Now the other foot, toe down, swivel around the toe with the heel. And put the foot down side to side. Okay, good. All right, so let's do some Tai Chi now. So the last time we learned brush knee, all right? And if you recall, we start with an open and close, all right, which is the exercise we've been doing quite a lot. And then we do this little thing where now I'm holding a ball, kind of holding a ball. I'm going to rotate my hands in the same direction, keeping my elbows in position. So that now one hand's extended out just past the ear, and the angle of my forearm and my bicep, my arm is 90 degrees. So it's like holding the ball in front of me. It's a 90-degree arm bend. And so if I rotate one and I'm going to the right, rotate the hands to the right, all of a sudden my right palm is out next to my cheek on the right-hand side, and my left palm is almost touching my elbow, my right elbow, right? So it's a very simple rotation. It's loop, loop. That's all it is. So the movements in Tai Chi are very concise. They're very efficient. They've been honed over thousands of years to be extremely efficient. Nothing is done for purposely. So you want to get to this position as quickly as possible. So what we're doing here is kind of winding up, getting ready to deliver two forces. All right, we did this last time. So rotate the hands, touch fingers to the elbow. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn that right palm, which is held up, out flat so it's facing forward. And we're going to push it straight out in someone's face, straight out, as the left palm comes down in an arc across the waist and then ends up at the left hip with the palm facing down. And again, these happen at the same time. So starting from open and close, turn the hands in a position, touching the elbow, fingers to the elbow. Push out straight with the right hand and sweep across with the left, all the way, bringing the left palm facing down to the hip. All right, one more time. Open and close. Rotate the hands so the left fingers touch the right elbow. The right palm is out to the right, like in that exercise we did where we turn and look at the palm. And now we turn forward and we push out straight with the right hand, sweep across and block with the left hand, and come in to the waist with the left palm facing down, touching my thumb next to my thigh. All right. It's called brush knee. So today's lesson is going to be to learn how to do a move called play the lute. You'll see it, play the lute, play the guitar, play the pipa. It's pipa or pipa, I don't know, but the pipa was an ancient instrument, like a harp, like a Chinese harp, a small harp. It was played like this. And this is what the move looks like. So we're going to start at the end of one of the brush knees. So my right hand is fully extended out, palm facing out. as if I pushed somebody away. And my right arm is almost fully extended. And my left palm is palm down, thumb attached to touching the thigh. All right, palm down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend that I'm going to go out and drive my car and make a right-hand turn. I'm going to bring my left hand up and grab the wheel. And I'm going to sort of make believe I'm grabbing the wheel, but leave the palm open. And I'm going to bring my right palm down to the other side of the wheel. So at this point, I've done a rotation where I'm actually holding a ball again. But I'm going to keep the rotation going around so that my left hand comes up with the pisiform facing out, so that my pinky is facing out, my thumb is pointing toward my nose. And the palm is facing to my right, is pushing out to the right. And my left palm is down, right under the other palm, at about my waist, with the palm facing to the left, fingers pointing up, and thumb pointed in, pinky pointed out. So the hands are. So if you bring your hands up, it would be like you're praying. So if you start in a praying position, where you have your palms together with your fingers up in front of you, in front of your heart, your chest, your elbows down, and you push one hand up vertically, about to your forehead, and you bring that other hand down without changing the position of your palm to about your belly button, and your arms are still at 45 degrees. The arms are bent 45 degrees. And now you just push it out a few inches. That is the perfect play the loop position. And we want to get to that position from the end of the brush knee. So let's start with the end of the brush knee. The end of the brush knee position is my right palm is out, facing out in your face, or in your case, in my face. My left palm is down with my thumb, the palm facing down with my thumb locked, touching my left thigh, sitting up straight. Bringing the left hand up, bringing the right hand down, transitioning through holding a ball, keep going, left hand keeps coming up and in, right hand keeps coming down and to the left, play the loop. Well, this is what it should look like from the side. My left hand is up, with the palm facing toward the left, the thumb toward my nose. My left palm is down, just about the level of my left elbow, with the thumb pointing toward me or up, and the palm facing to the left. Like this. All right, so why don't you go ahead and practice it. I'll see if I can just watch. All right, so you start out at the brush knee position, right hand out, left hand at the knee, at the thigh, and now make believe you're just going to grab a hold of a steering wheel, but leave your palms open and turn the wheel to the right. Bring them up front, turn them to the right. So you end up with one hand, palm facing to the right, the upper hand, and the lower hand, palm facing to the left, just below the left elbow. So the key to this is you want to keep your hands. You want to, in Tai Chi, this is my space right here. This isn't your space. This is my space. I do not want to let you into this space. This space is like a circle that's defined by my shoulders, and if you take the shoulders going down straight, it's like a box. And I'm really protecting this box. So I don't want one hand way up here, right, Roma? I want it down at the top of the box, you know, around the top of my head or so, and the lower hand is down here, because this is where I'm going to be working. And with respect to another person in my size, you know, it's the position is the same, right? So what I'm doing here, so if I explain the application of this, maybe you'll understand it. It's a little hard to do without having somebody here to show you, but if somebody were to reach out to punch you, if you step to the side a little bit and you put one palm on their elbow and the other palm on their wrist, you don't even have to grab, and push one in and pull the palms together, you're applying pressure to a joint and pushing in the other direction. So you're pushing against a joint. And so you're going to break somebody's arm. And so that's what you're doing. That's why you want the hands to be this far apart, because this distance is about the distance of a person's forearm. And so what you're really doing is reaching out, grabbing the forearm at the joint and the wrist, not even grabbing it, just slapping it. So if you imagine, if you have like a friend there or something like that, you could do this with, but you want to do it very, very gently. You get to the blind side and you slap the joint of the elbow at the same time you slap the wrist. Like if you clap your hands together like this, patty cake, with the fingers pointing outward. All right. Now just push one palm way out and keep the other palm in. Now you're at a play the lute position, but now the lute is horizontal. It's not up. It's horizontal, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes you're going to be using it. If you're using it in martial applications, sometimes it'll be up like this. Sometimes it'll be like this. But in Tai Chi, everything is standardized. So we do it up like this. But if somebody to reach out and I just go wham like that, I can break somebody's arm just by slapping the joint, slapping the wrist. Wow. Then you can extend this application to the body. I've seen it done with the body, where you slap the back and the chest at the same time. And so now you're using the joint in this case is the spine, and you're whacking, at two different places on opposite the joint. And if you apply enough force, you can do a lot of damage. And I'm not mentioning this, suggesting in any way that you should try this or do this. But I've seen people do this with mattresses. They practice on mattresses where they'll just whack the sides of the mattress, both sides of the mattress. And you just keep going for like an hour, to build up to learn how to use that application. And this is one of the, I think, a really good example of the power of Tai Chi is this force. This is a kind of whip-like action. Doesn't require a lot of strength. It requires speed and control to make the blows end at the same time, to make them effective. So this motif of holding the palms facing each other out with the hands apart some distance is used for that purpose. So if that helps you remember the orientation of this play the lute, then that's a good thing. And you can forget about the other thing. It's just that personally, it keeps me honest and helps me do the moves properly, the form properly. If I have in my mind, if I understand the application, and then I can just forget about the application and do the form. So it's kind of a training, kind of a training help for me. I think I just broke my glasses. I won't do that exercise again. All right. So hey, so there are any questions about this? So now's a good time to stop and ask if there are any, if you have any specific questions. If not, we'll go on and we'll end with Yi Gun Jin, which is this tendon muscle exchange exercises that we've been doing for a few weeks. So again, if you have any questions, you can chat me up here on the screen, or you can email me, or through BORP. I don't know if you have my email address. Anyway, I'll give it to you. It's Ralf Somak Tai Chi, one word, @gmail.com, and Ralf is spelled R-A-L-F, just like it is in your brochure. Okay, so if there aren't any questions, remember Qigong, Yi Gun Jin is a tendon muscle exchange. It's also called bone marrow wash. It is very old. It was introduced by the Bodhidharma, actually, who was from India and went to China to teach Buddhism, to the monks who he saw as being weak and out of shape. And so he developed this exercise, which, if practiced regularly, is supposed to make your muscles so strong that a pin cannot penetrate the fibers. I do not suggest you try that. That is my disqualifier. So there's a series of 12. We're going to do the 5. We're going to do 5 to 8 today. All right. So the rules are basically what you do is when you tense up, and I'll give you the instructions for that. You take a deep breath and you hold it. And when you exhale and you relax, you exhale completely and you actually contract your stomach muscles. So you're breathing in and out of your abdomen, all right? In and out. So your stomach goes in as you breathe in, your stomach pulls completely out and pulls completely in as you exhale and contracts. So you're getting the exercise, you're exercising muscles in your stomach at the same time. And of course, exercising your lungs, which is this really good lung exercise. Okay, so the first one we're going to do today is imagine that there's a lever up here, right, like a bar, and you're hanging from the bar. Your arm straight up, you're hanging from the bar, and the hearts of your wrists, fists are pointed out forward. And what you're going to do is you're going to imagine you're pulling yourself up, and breathe in and pull as hard as you can. And now relax. Okay. Push breath all the way out. Take a deep breath, pull up. Relax. Deep breath, pull up. Relax. And one more. Up. Hold it. And relax. Okay, now just come down, relax a little bit. You'll feel like you've been lifting weights. This is an isometric exercise. And, you're using your muscles, so your muscles are going to feel you may be a little sore after this, but that's okay. So, do you have any special considerations, health considerations, or physical considerations that would make this exercise either difficult or not so good to do? I really would like you to check with your doctor, because I'm not a physician. I don't know that this is good for everyone if they have a certain condition. Yeah, what was the question?
Yeah, hi, this is Roma. And so, yeah, as Ralph said, I worked with him independently too, and then pull and such. So it would make sense for me, especially to understand the canon muscle exchange better, but I don't. I'm confused about when to breathe and how to.
Okay.
I just don't get the really what I'm doing with that.
Well, I probably didn't explain it enough in enough depth, so I'll go through it again. It's a simple procedure. What you're going to do is, if you just take a look at an arm, all right. So here's my arm, and I'm relaxed now, and now I'm going to slowly tighten everything up. And so what I'm doing is I'm contracting all the muscles in my fists, my wrists, and my forearm. See, you see the muscles contracting, and now I'm going to relax. And now as I do this, as I tighten, I just breathe in and hold it. And then when I relax, I breathe out completely. And you try to use your stomach to breathe in. So imagine that you're taking air into your stomach. Of course, that's impossible. But what you're doing is trying to take a deep breath and use your stomach. As you extend your stomach on the inhalation, you're using the muscles to pull air into your lungs. And as you tighten the muscles on the exhalation, you're using the muscles in the stomach to push the air out of your lungs. So that's the concept. Now, if you have trouble with that, don't worry about using the muscles in your stomach. Just breathe in and breathe out. And as you get into this, if you like doing this exercise, you can add that dimension to it. Does that answer your question, Roma? Okay.
I'm a little so confused about, like, I don't know, it may be specifics with me because I have had hemorrhagic strokes. And so I was told, like friends don't strain. So like when you're pooping or anything, like don't like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that is a good point. I'm glad you mentioned it. Thank you for that. You know, here's a case where you just need to check with a professional. And you write it down, Yigun Jin, it's called tendon muscle exchange. And maybe send your health practitioner I'll tell you what, I will send you a review of this exercise that describes the exercise and the benefits. And you could send that to the person that you need to send it to and just check and see whether it's something that might be good or maybe something you want to stay away from. All right.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Thanks.
So, but I'm just going to go on with it for the other people now, and I'd appreciate it if you don't mind if you let me know. That would really be good. I'd like to know that too for my own for my own needs in teaching. All right, so or maybe maybe the thing to do is maybe it's a good thing, but you just don't do it to an extreme. I mean, anything's a bad thing if it's done to an extreme. You can kill yourself doing this if you don't forget to exhale, right? So you can do it so good that you can run out of air. All right, so that's an extreme example. So the second one that we're going to do is just like this. So it's like you're showing your muscles off, and you've got make two fists at your ears, and you're going to imagine you're pulling down with your fists. So we breathe in and pull down. And breathe out, relax. And so Roma, you might just try this, but just be really gentle, all right? Breathe in, pull down, and relax. Breathe in, deep breath, pull down, and relax. Breathe in, inhale, pull down, and relax. Okay. Third one is like this, out straight, knuckles pointing out, a fist pointing straight out. Push out. Ready? Inhale, push. Relax. Inhale, push. Relax. Inhale, push. Relax. Inhale, push. And relax. Okay, come back. Relax. And the last one. You have your arms straight out in front of you, parallel, straight, horizontal to the ground. Make two fists, put your thumbs in your fist and push out straight, all the way through the shoulders. Inhale. Relax. Push, inhale. Relax. Push, inhale. Relax. Okay, last one. Push, inhale. And relax and come down. Okay, and we always end with this one. So with this one you do, you're completely relaxed. Okay, so this is kind of a cool down exercise. It's good to do after Tai Chi too. Sit straight, good posture, feet flat on the ground, feet about a foot to 18 inches apart or even shoulder length. You really want to be relaxed on this. Open your hands up with your at your side, relaxed, totally dropped, with your palms pointing out and your fingers totally relaxed. And not just bring your palms up like you're bringing up an offering. And inhale out until your hands are horizontal to the ground, palms up. And now just slowly bring your palms down. Totally relaxed. Bring your palms up. And down. Bring your palms up. And down. And finally, up. And down. And rest the back of your palms on your knees. Palms open like you're holding a ball on your knees. And now come up to the sides and over and up, taking a deep breath. Grab the energy from the heavens, push it down, collect it in the Dan Qian. Relax with your hands on your knees and just sit for a while with your eyes open or closed, staring into the distance. And take 5 slow, deep breaths. Just let everything go. Okay, good. So this is a good time to conclude, to end. Have a lovely week. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.